Hey everyone, welcome back to Wicked Willow. I don't know if you can see my shirt because I think the camera's kind of blocking it, but it is a cat smoking rainbows. I'm obsessed with it. So, yeah, sorry I'm a little late today. Things were just kind of chaotic. So, I think the plan for today is just to try and fuck around with the timeline and see how much chaos I can create. Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to take, but basically I'm probably not going to get through every option of every ending because that's probably going to take too long, but I'll see what I can do. And yeah. Oh, also, I almost forgot. TF Wright followed me 3 days ago. So, thanks for that, if you're watching this. Let's get started. Well, actually, before starting this over, we could try just like... Oh no, we already reset the timeline. No, we already reset the timeline, so we have to go from here.
Willow, how about you?
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna click through all of this until we get to the bank, because that's when you can actually change things. So I'm gonna have to just like skip through all of this. Thankfully, I can do that. Because I forgot to actually, like,
here, kitty,
do that
kitty.
ahead of the time.
Avery.
There we go, okay.
Everyone get down on the ground, now! We're robbing this place! Nobody move, a blondie here gets a brains blown out.
I just realized I forgot to reset my overlay, whoops. Hang on. Wait, why do we have a black screen all of a sudden? Oh, Jesus. God is testing me. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright.
Some luck you've got, eh, Willow? Calling the bank a bunch of robbers, then the real bank robbers show up?
Yeah, I think you might have done that.
It is pretty ironic. Wait a minute. Oh my god. What if that wasn't just a coincidence?
Yeah,
my
no
powers
shit.
accidentally bring these people here.
Willow, fireball time over here.
Okay, so
I try to
we
use
could
magic
do
to fix
fireball,
things,
or we could do
and
nothing.
it goes bad again. It could get even worse. But if I don't do anything...
Yeah, okay, we get it. Save. Yeah. Don't use your powers.
I can't risk using my powers. Especially in such a scary situation. I've gotta just sit tight and hope things don't get worse.
Load the cash into the backpack. Let's get out of here before the cops show up. You got it!
I can't believe this.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if the bank gets robbed because the bank's fine as long as no one gets
Shadow,
hurt.
stay still!
Y'all alright?
I'm fine. Shadow, let's go home. After such a long day, my backpack feels like a ton of bricks.
Funny you should mention that. Want to take a look inside?
Did you put bricks in my backpack?
Shadow! What the fuck did you do?
I swapped the backpacks when they weren't looking. Can you believe you just happened to have the same kind of pack as the robbers? Golden opportunity if I ever saw
Oh my
one.
god, the cat stole from the bank. This is gonna get us into so much trouble.
What if they noticed you?
Nobody ever suspects a cat burglar. Get it?
You already used that stupid joke. Besides, I can't just keep this kind of thing around. What if the police come asking questions?
For real.
You're
Like,
a witch, Willow. You can deal with the coppers. Frankly, I'm pretty surprised at seeing you chicken out today.
You think I'm a coward? What if I'd taken your advice and just tried to fireball? We'd all be a pile of ashes right now.
Well, who knows?
Well, what do you
but-
want to do then? Just give the money back to the evil bank?
Yeah, good point.
Frankly, it's a little hard for me to care about a hypothetically unethical bank right now. They can't do more damage than actual criminals, can they?
I mean, yes, they can, absolutely.
Hey, Willow, it's me. Just wanted to check in after, well...
Quick! Hide the cash! Hey! Thanks for coming, but it's not that big a deal, Avery.
So I'm assuming this is probably going to lead to her getting arrested again, because she's probably going to end up in the same situation with the succubus.
You made the paper again, Willow. See? Hey, isn't that the cat you noticed outside of class yesterday?
Yeah, I've sort of, adopted him.
Mhm.
Oh, was he a stray? Are you going to take him to the vet? You know, to make sure he's had his shots and been neutered and everything?
You bloody bastard! Willow, fireball time over here!
Little angry cat with little angry fangs.
Some other time, Avery. I don't feel like going out. I'm actually starting to think the world would be a safer place if I never stepped outside.
Oh, come on. You can't blame yourself for what happened. I mean, you didn't make those robbers show up, did you?
I mean,
Well, it could be argued.
Hey, that reminds me. What were you and Lydia arguing about before I got there?
Oh, just a little theory of mine.
What kind of theory?
I just had, a kind of a hunch that the bank was unethical.
yeah, just a hunch, because all banks are unethical.
Oh, you mean because of the Glass-Steagall thing?
The what now?
It's right there in the paper. Well, below that picture of you, that is. The bank was recently purchased by the ORW Corporation. They were in the news for organizing a summit to urge Congress to repeal the Glass-Steagall banking regulation.
What does that mean?
If Glass-Steagall's out of the way, financial companies can combine their retail banking with more exotic financial instruments, which in turn exposes the public to defaults in...
I should have said, tell me what it means in plain English.
I actually agree with that. I'm deeply confused.
Oh, well, to be honest, this is some pretty scary stuff. Glass-Steagall was passed after the Great Depression. It was meant to protect homeowners from having their mortgages being risked on the stock market. If they repeal it, there
That's
could
bad.
be a financial collapse, banks might fail, requiring taxpayer bailouts, and if they don't happen...
Oh, right, this is pre, Oh my god, my brain's, blanking. But the thing that happened in 2008, was it stock market collapse or whatever?
Millions of people could lose their homes.
Yeah, and ORW is trying to make all that possible.
Why?
My guess, their stock prices will go up, at least in the short term, if their banks can make more acquisitions and take riskier gambles.
Capitalism.
They'll gobble up the rewards,
capitalism.
cash out, and then leave everyone else holding the bag.
Can't we go to the cops?
They're gonna fucking care, dude.
Lobbying Congress is not a crime, Willow.
But they're trying to rig the system.
We're not trying to rig the system. The system is working exactly how it's intended.
That's called politics, right?
Right. Fuck, this sucks!
Yeah.
How come you're not more worried about this?
Oh, I'm very worried. I've worried about this sort of thing for quite some time, Willow. It's just not surprising to me, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your help anyway.
Not sure what I did to help, but you're welcome. Anytime, Willow.
Well, there you go. You can't let that evil bank have the money now, can you? Let's call a travel agency. Wisconsin is nice this time of year, isn't it?
You want to go to Wisconsin of all places?
We have a bag full of cash and
Yeah,
can go
I literally
anywhere.
just said
and
that.
you want to hit Wisconsin?
I am kind of curious about what happens if you do a fireball.
They have the
though.
best dairy industry in the country. I want to try it.
I'm a vegan, remember? We're not just gonna go someplace because you want to.
Gee, Willow, I completely forgot you were a vegan. It's not like you bring it up every 5 seconds.
Why not? I was the one who did all the work, getting the cash, and I'm just a cat. You, who had all the magic powers, just sat there and did nothing.
No, this is stupid. The cops will be suspicious if I start spending like crazy. Besides, what about Tanya? Can I see her in Wisconsin or anywhere else but here?
Technically, no.
Wait a minute. Tanya! I almost forgot. We know what the bank is trying to do now! Come on, let's go give Tanya the good news.
What? And just leave all this cash lying about?
You have to hide it somewhere.
Shadow, even if I did want to spend the money on myself.
Oh, Willow, here's that pledge form for ELF you said you wanted. No rush on it. With all that happened, it almost slipped my mind. See you in class tomorrow.
Wait, I could just give the money to Elf.
I mean,
Ah, yes, of course. Give my money to the elves. Why didn't I think of that?
It's the Environmental Lifeline Fund. Elf.
Like, if you make a big donation like that, they're gonna wonder where it came from.
And it's not your money. It's the bank's, right?
Still, we could skim some off the top, right? How are the elves going to know?
You're impossible.
And you're indecisive. 1 minute, you're rushing us off to go and talk to Tanya, and the next, you're throwing money at Santa's little helpers.
I already told you, it's... Forget it. Elf is a really great cause. And I know it would mean the world to Avery if his favorite charity got a boost. Especially since canvassing didn't go well for him today. Plus, I need to get rid of this cash as fast as I can. The longer I have it, the higher the chance I'm going to get caught with it.
Alright.
What would I do then? On the other hand, Tanya is waiting for me. And she did make it seem like things were pretty serious. Oh, shit. I didn't realize how late it was getting.
Well, if you wait much longer, the clock will make the choice for you. Where will it be tonight? Tanya or old St. Nick's workshop?
Alright, so let's save again. Before I do this, I want to reload and see what happens if you do a fireball. Because I'm curious.
Okay, Willow, think. Can't just drop a fireball on their asses. That might set the whole building on fire. And I can't just make the robbers disappear. What's that going to look like? Better to just disarm them, right? But how? What's the simplest way to disarm a bad person with a gun? Remember the Kent State shootings? Protesters putting flowers into rifles.
Can you actually use a fireball? Or
That's
is this
it.
Just...
But what if I replace all their bullets with flowers?
Oh yeah, this just
What
leads
the
to the
hell is
flower
this?
situation. Okay, so I already did that, so yeah, it doesn't matter. So let's just reload this. Let's try taking the cash to Elf, and then we can try going to see Tanya instead.
I can't keep this cash laying around overnight. And I'm sure as hell not carrying it through the city any further than I have to. Besides, Elf is a great cause. I'm sure they'll put it to good use. And it'll make for even better news when we see Tanya tomorrow.
So, Willow, how'd everything go? Still worried about the stuff we talked about?
It's a long story.
I bet.
Trust me, I'd love to get into it, but...
A friendly reminder. The submission deadline for the Fairy Tales Short Story Contest is tomorrow. The winner will receive a $500 scholarship.
May I request my winnings be donated to a worthy cause?
Did she say that last time? I forget.
Say, the original Righteous Words student group?
Of course. But
Oh,
Lydia,
Lord, Lydia.
isn't declaring yourself the victor a little premature?
Of course. I'd never dreamed to be so immodest as to claim I'm the heavy favorite, or to say my talent dwarfs the competition.
Oh, Lydia.
Oh, really? That's what we all heard.
I don't know what you're implying. I'm just trying to help the less fortunate.
Oh, please. I've helped more people than you ever would in 100 lifetimes.
We gotta see Tanya. Now.
Well, duh. That was kind of the plan. Why the rush?
You haven't seen the paper, have you?
What happened this time?
Mortgage shovel. Oof.
Oh, shit. I just wanted to help people. I never thought something like this would happen.
Well, you know what they say, right? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Oof.
Tanya's not gonna be mad, right?
I mean...
Nice knowing you, kid.
Look, I know I screwed up.
No, the fault rests on my shoulders alone. I knew this outcome might happen. I had, let's call it, a premonition.
Why didn't you warn me?
I thought I did, but apparently the warning itself created a causality loop.
What are you talking about?
Foolishly, I thought you might be the solution to this problem. I never dreamed you might be the cause.
Well,
But it's not all bad, right? What about protecting the rainforest?
The scales do always find a balance, but I can't say for certain.
damn, we need to use magic.
You've given me no newspapers about what happened to the trees.
Why would I?
Never mind, Willow, I've learned my lesson about adding to your burdens. Willow, it would be best if you go your own way. Don't come visit me anymore.
Wow, okay.
What? Hey, it was my first outing. Give me another chance.
You don't understand. My own dark karma has poisoned your journey. If you don't feel content with the way things turn out for you, perhaps one day we will meet again.
Well,
You want me to go my own way? Fine by me. I've been doing that my whole life.
sorry, just we got angsty teen drama Willow again.
I don't need you.
I know, Willow.
Hey, Willow. How have you been?
Spill it. I know your face.
I just found out I'm homeless. My landlord has a mortgage with that bank. Now it's being called. He can't keep up the payments.
Oh shit. Avery was one of the people who lost their homes thanks to me? I gotta make this right.
Well, you could just...
I need a favor.
Yes.
But I haven't even...
It doesn't matter, Avery. Whatever it is, I'll help.
Yeah, you could just, like, invite him to move in with you.
My foster family isn't gonna help me, so...
What, do you need a place to stay? My place is your place.
It would only be temporary.
Or forever. Whatever's easier for ya. Why don't you already have your stuff with you? I mean, you knew I'd say yes, right?
Actually, I do have my stuff with me, next to my bike outside.
You're a smart man, Avery.
Well, not really. You see...
Of course you're smart. You're the smartest person I know. I bet you already have an idea for that story contest, right?
A few? Sure.
Then let's get writing. Home sweet home.
Thanks again for letting me crash here. I really owe you one.
I said don't mention it.
I just hate this feeling. Being homeless, I mean. It feels kind of elitist and entitled for me to complain about it.
It's not elitist and entitled for you to complain about no longer having a home, even if you do have somewhere to stay.
I presume I'm better than the people that are literally sleeping on the streets, but it's not the first time this has happened to me either.
Well, don't worry. This is kind of my forget it.
What?
I said forget it.
Jesus, okay.
Sheesh, you're on edge today. You worried about losing that contest to Lydia?
Nearly forgot about it already.
Really? I figured you'd be spoiling for a chance to embarrass her.
I guess I just have a lot on my mind lately. Bank robbery and all that.
To be honest, Willow, you seemed distracted even before that.
What would you say
you can
if I
actually
told
tell
you
him.
I had magic powers? That I was a witch?
Witch? Like magic potions, flying broomstick, talking cat, the works?
Well, I don't have a flying broomstick yet, but
So I guess you're not going to run into the succubus then because we don't get arrested. Or we haven't gotten arrested yet, but who knows what'll happen. Or maybe if you don't donate the money to the ELF, then that happens. I don't know.
I have the
try
power
that
to mess
soon.
with reality, but when I do, there's some really dark shit that goes down.
That trope's a little overdone, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
The be careful what you wish for storyline is often used to impart a moralistic message.
Meta. Yeah, literally.
Why not play around with what would happen if the magic worked just fine? I'm being too critical, aren't I? If the idea moves you, run with it. I'm pretty certain if you put your mind to it, you can write a solid, original witch story.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I can't show him my powers without risking something going haywire, like in that hallucination Tanya made me have. So, I guess I have to just live life like a normal person. For now.
Class is over for today. Before I go, I'll post the results of the short story competition. Though I can't imagine anybody will be surprised.
Uh-oh. Did Lydia pull it off?
Let me see. Willow, you did it!
Oh, so she wins in every reality.
We did it, Avery. I never would have been able to write it without your help. But I don't get something. The professor said it wouldn't be a surprise.
It's not! Willow, you're a brilliant writer, at least when you want to be. I'm so happy you're back to taking your academics seriously.
We gotta celebrate. What do you want to do after class?
I have a meeting of the Dryads.
Yeah,
of
and this
Demons
pretty
Club
much
coffee
ends up
house,
the same
but
way.
I don't know if it's really your thing.
Hey, you never know until you try, right?
So I think this is
It's
all
the least I
basically
can
the
do.
same.
Considering, you know.
Considering what?
Considering, all the help you gave me in the story. You know. It's been a long time since I felt like something I did really mattered. Thanks.
I know you would have done the same for me.
Anytime, Avery. Let's go. Where's everyone else?
Okay, so this is the same.
Oh, attendance has been a little low lately. Do you have a character sheet, Willow?
Character sheet?
It's this little worksheet with various stats and...
Yeah, okay, so let's save here, and then we can reload and see what happens if we see Tanya right away.
It's a big risk walking around with all this cash. But I can't leave it here, and I really shouldn't keep Tanya waiting. Nearly there. The sooner I see Tanya, the sooner I can get rid of all of this.
Hey, weren't you at the bank during the robbery earlier?
Oh god, is it a cop?
Oh shit, it's the cops.
So yeah, we are gonna get arrested, and then I'm assuming that still leads you to the succubus
no,
situation.
And isn't that the backpack from the video? You're coming with us, ma'am.
Wait! No! This is a misunderstanding!
Yeah, well, I could have seen that coming a million miles away.
Ugh! No reading my rights? No judge? No one phone call? Ugh! What the hell's going on? Maybe I can just teleport myself home. Wait a minute. Why aren't my powers working?
Willow, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Yeah. this is
Who the
same.
hell are you?
I think one of the other choices in here is, like, if you defend yourself, or, like, don't defend yourself from the succubus trying to attack you. Hang on. I'm gonna go get some Kleenex. Okay. I'm back. So. Let's just play through this.
They told
And
you.
yeah, I think this is all the same. Until we get to another decision.
No.
Blah blah blah, flirting. Blah blah blah.
Information for wine.
Fine. What do you want?
When you shout.
Why the hell?
I just want that fun. And for there. That wasn't so bad.
So why are...
Your naivety. You should have been... Don't worry, we're not in jail for breaking the law. We're more like...
I don't...
That's not really... We're here...
I've heard that name before.
Blah,
They're the one...
ORW, yada yada, which is undesirable.
Thank you.
Center,
Especially...
You just called us political...
I never...
But why are we in...
We're... If they had...
That...
Oh, it would be
From your
touche. And speaking of hell, you let me get. Was it the lost? Let me.
Etc. etc.
Of course, but
because forget they ever
the
Blah,
fact
blah, blah.
I
Pleasure and
meanwhile,
pain,
your
blah,
cat-
blah, blah.
not to you think you're,
I didn't
but you're.
you said
It's only natural. But that'll tell you my. What did you think? So, are you interested in the story? That is.
Is this a choice?
whatever.
or- No, she just says.
it's not
Yeah.
I wasn't always. In the
Okay,
service
so
call.
You were
backstory,
in-
yada
No,
yada yada.
My she after
were
that
none,
I joined
yada, yada.
I didn't. Then one day I didn't in my. It
Blah,
was the
blah.
first time I'd ever uttered
Succubus.
the words floated out.
hold on.
Now
Well, why don't we use that to
dampening field. Remember.
Yeah,
I-
blah, blah, blah,
if you're done with your
fields, etc.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Once those
Someone like you.
she was like me, and yet very
This character design.
very much
10 out of 10.
like
Obsessed with it.
I cannot.
What did you do?
Hardly. Even though I knew what the succubus was, I was a feeble death's embrace.
Yeah. Well,
She asked me if I was having trouble getting out of bed. I didn't speak. She walked over. Click, click, click. She reached out her hand.
This entire thing is just like
It
so
was so warm.
good.
My she pulled me up.
Like,
And I was
imagine
really
some like
eye-level.
random hot succubus just shows up out
Her
of
clawed hand
nowhere
so delicately
and then
stroked
like
the
makes
side of
out
my
with you.
face. I never felt so happy. I held her. I cried. It was the
Yada yada.
for the long.
pleasure,
Then
yada yada.
you know why. Once again,
bone cancer. My mom had.
nasty. My mysterious.
Dying, yada,
not because
yada.
I was crying because I. You don't have to. If only
etc.,
when I joined
blah,
the
blah,
convent
blah,
at age
becoming a
13,
succubus.
I had no. And when I had no doubt then either.
Whoa.
Okay, so
When
that's
I
that.
seduced- I want others to.
What about.
What about it? You know what they say.
But.
But I've been monopolizing the conversation. What are you enjoying your life? Are you embracing your heart's desires? Have you sucked?
Willow.
Incredibly loaded questions.
Yes!
Blah blah blah. Shadow shows
Tanya gave
up.
me this fantastic little. Oh, you're not alone.
Nice to see you again, too.
This.
You're telling me.
Shadow. That's not.
It is. You gotta aim a fireball right at her. Then when the.
What?
If you don't, she's gonna eat your soul.
What? I don't think she'd do that.
Yes, she would. Okay.
Don't worry, Willow. I won't.
Oh, please. Souls aren't even real.
A day ago, you didn't think that if she gets her powers back and she gets close to you, anything could happen.
The hilarity of both me and Willow the first time I played this being like, oh no, she's not gonna hurt me. It's fine. She would never. Like, the dumb sapphic energy is truly dumb and sapphiking.
Willow, don't worry.
Hey!
Make me. Oh, wait. Are you?
There we go. So, we already tried burying Sarsi, so let's defend ourselves with the fireball.
Xerxes, stop! Or I'll do it!
You're really going to follow Shadow's orders? After what he did to your family?
Wait, what?
He's the reason your parents are dead!
If you think lying about my friend and family is going to save you, you're dead wrong.
Oh my god, that's a cool ass illustration.
I did it.
So she's just dead now?
You sure did. I'm proud of you, girl.
Damn.
I don't know if I feel proud. Now I've killed 2 people.
A demon and an axe murderer, hard to call them people.
Well, they're still people.
They got what was coming to them.
Both times I killed, I only did it as a reflex, without much of a chance for thinking. I'm not some kind of avenging angel, or even Robin Hood. I'm just trying to save my own skin.
Maybe not now, but
I had no business being in that bank. None. I went to jail for a crime I never even wanted to commit. And then I murder my cellmate?
Yeah, it's not great.
And speaking of that, aren't they just going to arrest me again?
Tanya was able to get the charges dropped.
She was? How?
We'll stop by after school tomorrow. I'm sure she'll explain everything. Or at least everything she feels like explaining.
There are some things that no explanation can fix, Shadow.
You feel guilty, is that it? Look, I can get that. I really do. You're gonna bring it up at some point, right? What Zazie said back there about me?
Of course not. I'm not
I mean,
going to
it might be
fucking lies a
true.
second
Did you ever
thought.
think of that?
Shadow, you might be annoying sometimes, but I know you'd never have a hand in something like that. I mean, you rescued me today. I know you. I trust you.
They're surprisingly trusting for someone you literally just met.
You do?
Oh, the little, like, sad kitty face.
Let me ask you something, to see how far I have to go back. Why'd you follow me into the forest?
Because you're cute.
And I'm a cat lover.
And you remind me of a pet my family owned when I was younger.
I reminded you, eh? Just how similar are we?
Pretty similar, actually.
I'm pretty sure the first one didn't talk, though.
Wait.
Yes. It's me, Willow.
You're my cat?
Yes.
When were you planning on telling me this?
Now seemed like as good a time as any.
What else do you have to confess?
It was me, Willow. I killed your parents.
Damn.
Don't even joke about that shit, Shadow. It's not funny.
It's true. I'm the reason they're dead.
How? Were you driving the car?
Nah. Tanya wanted me to find you, to help you. But there was a magic mix-up. There always is, right? And I ended up meeting you in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I knew you were special. So I stayed close, to keep an eye on you. Then, your mum got sick. And Tanya always says don't interfere with the natural order. I knew it was wrong, but you see, I got this magic potion from Tanya's shop and...
Oh, he was trying to cure her and then it backfired, because...
What kind of potion?
A healing potion.
Wait a minute. That's why my mom got better? You?
Yes, which means I'm also the reason they took that trip to Hawaii. If it wasn't for me, your father would still be alive at least.
Well,
I
that's
messed
not
with the
really
natural
your
order of
fault.
things,
I mean, you
Willow.
tried to do a good thing and it backfired.
And your family paid the price.
Why? Why are you telling me this?
Maybe I just wanted to get it off my chest like you did with Tanya. Maybe because you deserve to know. Especially after all you've been through lately. Maybe I just didn't want to become your friend without you knowing everything about me.
Wow, that's surprisingly decent.
Maybe I'm just a fool who don't know when to keep his big mouth shut.
I want to strangle you to death and hug you at the same time. Does that make any
Don't
sense?
strangle the kitty. The kitty's so cute. Look at her little kitty face.
Yeah, that's how I feel about you half the time.
Thanks for making me smile. You aren't responsible, Shadow. Not any more than I am. I could have driven them to the airport, you know? You don't know how many times I thought about that.
If you'd driven, you might have been in the accident too.
And you can drive yourself crazy with what ifs, or if only I had done this and that and the other thing, then maybe this other thing wouldn't have happened. It's like, it's fucking pointless. What's done is done.
Maybe it would have been better that way. To all go together.
Don't say that.
Yeah, people don't like hearing that one. That's the sentence that got me the Section 8 for suicide watch.
Yikes.
Pretty big overreaction, right?
I don't know. Was it?
I mean, regardless, I don't think placing someone, like, in a psychiatric facility, i.e. locking them up for expressing suicidal tendencies, is the best way to deal with that situation. Because speaking from personal experience, all that really does is just make you feel worse and more suicidal.
Yeah, it was. When I'm sad, I don't want to die, Shadow. I just want to not have to feel anything anymore.
Oof, that's a little too real.
I mean, everything is meaningless. I accept that, so why does it still hurt so fucking bad?
Because you still have emotions? Because you're a human person?
Maybe everything isn't meaningless.
What'd we do that bank job for? We didn't save anybody's home, did we?
Well, you got a point there. Hey, today's been pretty stressful. How about a little tummy rub?
No thank you. I'm like really ticklish.
Good to know, but no, I didn't mean you. No hands over here, remember? I meant one for me.
Oh, you're a selfish kitty, aren't you?
All kitties are selfish. That's just kind of how they are, but we love them anyway.
Your words, not mine. I describe myself more as... Oh, yeah. Little to the left.
Willow! You're back from...
They dropped the charges. It's a long story.
I bet.
Trust me, I'd love to get into it, but I really can't.
Just as long as everything's okay. I understand the need to keep secrets.
What?
Never mind. I'm just glad everything's sorted out.
A friendly reminder.
So this gets us on the same
submission
track as
deadline
last
for the
time.
Fairy Tales short story
Only we don't have the
contest
succubus in our head this time.
The winner will receive a $500 scholarship.
Yada yada
May I
yada.
request...
Blah blah blah. Winning
we
to
all-
charity. Blah blah
Whatever,
blah.
Lydia. When you're
Lydia,
little
blah blah
Some
blah.
of it. Fuck. I thought that would never end. Lydia just thinks she's God's gift, huh? Oh, she's so boring.
If she's
It's
really
kind of
so
wild
boring, then why do you
how
love talking
they
about
go
her so
from
much?
like hating each other to just immediately being together.
Okay,
There's also that, like, she cannot
with a
stop
response.
complaining about her, and that's a little telling. Like, the call is coming from inside the house.
Sounds like you just did.
Are you trying to make me angry?
No, but speaking of angry women, time to go see Tanya.
Right.
Sure, whatever.
That's your favourite phrase, isn't it?
Hey, I'm not obligated to think about Tanya all the time, am I?
Maybe not. But she...
But she what?
Whatever. See? How's that feel?
I don't think you're using it right. Maybe a never mind or something would be...
Just shut up and grab the paper.
Alright.
Do you know what she's looking for?
Not a clue, mate.
Okay, Tanya. Wait, the door's not opening.
Whoops.
Damn, I was afraid of this.
You knew this would happen?
She mentioned she'd need to be busy for a little while. She hoped it wouldn't mean skipping out on the shop, but...
Just great. We deal with bank robbers, break out of prison, slay a fucking demon. We do everything she says. And Tanya's too busy to talk to us?
I mean, she might have a life outside of waiting around for you to show up. But
How's it
okay.
feel? Caring about Tanya.
I said I don't.
If you really didn't care, you wouldn't care that she's not here.
As if. I care as much about Tanya as I do about that stupid short story competition.
I agree. I think you want to win that competition.
Why? I don't need the money, and I certainly do not need the recognition or approval of anyone.
But you know who does? Lydia. Admit it. Wouldn't you love to see those pretty lips twist into a frown when she sees you win?
Those pretty lips.
She thinks she's so invincible. It would be nice to take her down a peg.
It's obsessed. It's giving obsessive behavior.
Then let's go home and write. Unless you'd rather just sit here and wait for Tanya to show up.
Of course not.
First time I've seen you take your studies so seriously.
What do you mean?
Well, seems just like a few days ago, all it took was a wag of my tail for you to space out in class.
Hey, you were trying to get my attention.
If I get your attention again, will you give me some real milk?
No! I've got to write this!
It's funny how she's basically by herself through all of this in this version. I mean, she's got Shadow, but still.
So why aren't you doing it then?
Writer's block. I've got it bad.
You're trying too hard. You've just got to adapt something from the classics. Just change a few names, places, details, and nobody will really notice.
Isn't that plagiarism?
Oh, so it's just a coincidence that Star Wars is so similar to King Arthur, or that every detective is basically Sherlock Holmes, or that every boxing movie is just Rocky.
Interesting.
How do you know so much about movies?
I don't know much about the story of King Arthur, but... Is it similar to Star Wars? Interesting.
Movie theatres and black cats, remember? And I've had more than my share of free time.
Fine, I see your point. Alright. Since I got nothing else, what do you want to rip off?
My favourite fairy tale is Beauty and the Beast.
I also kind of like that one too.
Yeah, but the movie just came out. It'll be a little obvious.
Oh, like the animated movie. Was that when that came out in like 1994? Wow.
How about The Frog Prince?
I mean, I guess.
We could do Alice in Wonderland?
Love me some Alice in Wonderland as a neurodivergent girly.
What? Were you thinking that Alice would end up with a Cheshire cat?
Willow the Psychic strikes again. You're on fire.
No, but even I can recognize a pattern.
And what pattern would that be?
A talking beast, a talking frog, and a talking cat, all paired with a beautiful human girl.
Something wrong with that? A man can have his dreams, can't he?
She's a teenager, is she not?
Yeah, but it's supposed to be my story, not yours.
If you really wanted to write your own story, you'd have done it by now, ain't that right? Let's give my way a shot.
Fine. Whatever.
That's more like it.
Okay.
Ugh, look at all those flyers on the ground. What a waste of paper.
Would you rather they used recycled hemp or something?
What about posting notices electronically? Ever heard of AOL?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, it's a new network that's going to make paper obsolete through...
Wait, these are notices about logging activity tomorrow in University Forest?
They're clear-cutting the trees behind the school.
Yikes.
Why would they do that?
It says the school sold the land to ORW Corporation.
Same bastards that bought the bank.
I remember when I first came to this forest, when I was just a kid. It was so magical to me. I can't just let them cut down those trees, Willow.
Don't worry about any of that, Avery. I'm sure I know how to stop this. I just gotta go see a friend after class.
A friend?
Trust me, she'll know what to do.
Class is over for today.
Okay, and this
Before
is the
I
same.
go, I'll post the results of the shorts, though I can't imagine anybody will be surprised.
Uh-oh. Did Lydia...
Let me see. Willow, you did it!
Yeah, she wins in every universe, because
But the professor
she's the main
said it wouldn't
character.
be a surprise.
It's
blah,
not.
blah, blah,
I'm
brilliant
so
writer,
happy.
blah, blah, blah.
Shh,
But
here
yeah.
comes
I heard the news, Willow.
Oh, I guess there's nothing wrong with your hearing. Oh, too bad the same can't be said for your writing.
Jesus.
So it would appear. Would you mind terribly letting me read your story?
Interesting, I don't think she showed up in the other version.
You want to read my work?
Like... Or maybe
What's
I
in
just
it for
skipped
you?
past it, I don't remember.
Well, I just thought... Never mind, Willow. Congratulations.
What was her problem?
Willow, I think that maybe you were a little...
A little awesome? You bet I was.
You're being
So,
kind of an
how'd we do?
asshole.
We lost big time, pal. Lydia and Avery tied for first place, and we got nothing.
No way! That's the least believable outcome ever.
I bet I can top it. What about Lydia and I tying and making out to celebrate?
I mean, that's not so unbelievable, apparently.
Somehow that one seems a little more believable.
Shut up.
So, we won then.
Of course! I'm just trying to razz you.
You seem like you're in a good mood.
I survived a bank robbery and a serial killer. I bested Lydia. There's nothing I can't do.
So we're not playing D&D in this version.
We'll see what Tanya has to say about that. Be sure you bring the paper, Willow.
Paper.
Yeah, here you go. It says that Janet Reno is the first.
One moment, Willow. Superb job at the bank, darling.
But that's not in the paper today. Wait, what did Shadow tell you?
Enough.
Well, I've been on a total win streak lately. Totally won that story contest too. No magic either, just pure talent. Lame brain Lydia didn't stand a chance.
A bunch of trees are getting cut down, but that's not necessarily my fault.
Oh, I see.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? What, was I supposed to let her win or something? I don't remember that being in my mission briefing. Whatever. I already got our next mission picked out.
You can't. That's not exactly how this works.
Up. Just wait. ORW has bought the forest behind the school. Yeah, I don't know why the bad guys hate Mother Nature so much, but I can't wait to stop them.
No, we're not going to get involved.
What do you mean, no? You're not the boss of me.
You're already a target, Willow. Getting involved in this will place you in harm's way.
She was kind of already in harm's way.
I'm curious.
Okay.
When exactly did we decide to stop being wicked witches and start being cowards?
There's a difference between bravery and bravado.
But it was worth being brave to fight that bank. What's the difference?
I didn't send you to that bank to fight it, Willow. I sent you because it does not matter.
Hey, what happened to my superb job?
I spoke hastily.
You can't just give me that. I risked my life on your word. What's going on?
Unfortunately, I cannot say.
Sure you can. What? Don't you trust me?
It is not a matter of trust, Willow. I care about your mental well-being. The wrong type of information presented to you at an improper moment.
It's timey-wimey shit.
You're telling me I fucked up somehow, but you're not telling me why or how? And you say you care about my well-being.
Spacey-wacy, timey-wimey stuff.
Until I get some more straight answers, I'm not doing any more Robin Hood shit for you.
I'm not asking you to go on a mission. I'm asking you not to.
Just sit this one out? Doing the right thing. It felt so good, you know? To feel like something I did really mattered.
Yes, Willow. I do know what you mean.
Don't take that away from me. Don't try to make me into some scared little girl. You said I had a gift and an obligation to use it, right?
I am aware this is not an easy burden for you to bear, Willow. I know you detest feeling like a little cog in a big machine. And I know you especially loathe being kept in the dark.
Yeah, I think everyone does.
It is all I know how to do at this point. I know I can't stop you from following your own conscience.
Damn right you can't.
Then go. Just remember to be kind, Willow.
I'll be kind to people who deserve it.
Oh boy.
So, how'd it go?
Hella lame. I was going to save the trees, but Tanya said no.
Save the trees? What are you talking about?
The forest behind the school was bought by ORW. It's getting cut down tomorrow.
What? We can't let that happen.
Yeah, that's what I said, but Tanya...
Who cares what Tanya said? We gotta go down there now.
Why do you care so much about the trees?
I didn't know you were such an environmentalist.
Don't screw that heavy stuff, Willow. There's a reason we gotta save those trees. It's the key to making me human again.
Okay.
What? Is that supposed to be a joke?
Here's the joke. Me being a cat forever.
I mean, being a cat doesn't sound so bad.
Willow,
you being a cat specifically doesn't sound so bad.
Let's ask Tanya if...
Because at least this way you're a cute cat and not some annoying guy.
Damn, the door isn't opening.
We can't wait. We have to go now, Willow, please. Don't let me end up like this permanently. That's just what Tanya wants.
What? Why would she want that?
Tanya thought it would be easier for me to help you as a cat. She promised after all this was over she'd help me, but...
We'll take a look, but we gotta be careful, okay? So, why exactly do we need to save the forest to turn you back into...
Hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna save here. And then I'm gonna try loading here. And see if I can change things with Lydia and, like, change another major decision, or just, like, play this out and see what happens. And then we'll go back to the other one.
It's this little worksheet with various stats and background information about your in-game persona.
Ugh, this game has...
Okay, this is all the
Really?
same. Blah, 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 homework, character
There's an-
sheet,
Think of them
yada,
like
yada.
That's...
Sorry.
This is
Maybe...
blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Matt,
Okay, next.
Ooh.
That...
why get
The potion...
healing,
Well, the point of... And you can't...
Backstory, blah, blah,
it's
blah.
just help. Come on, you...
I'm sure it wouldn't be all fun and games.
Well, of course not. Here, I'll give you an example. I am Valarie Proudwing, Queen of the Fairies. For 10 generations, my...
Yeah, but this
Whoa,
is the same,
that's,
blah, blah, blah.
Let me...
Intricate.
I hate writing about myself and passing it off as fiction again. It feels like I'm admitting I'm not good at creativity. But my real-life adventures are crazier than anything I could think up. Alright, finished.
Great! I'll give your character a prison bauble for containing evil beings, and mine will get a heart leaf for storing their spirit into trees.
Damn.
Unless you want us to have something else.
Sounds good to me. Let's exercise some demons.
Say what now?
Oh, brother.
Did I hear you right? Did you say...
This is the same,
I guess
right?
there's nothing wrong with your hearing. Too bad the same can't be said for your writing.
She just uses the same lines in all the different universes.
Right? Lydia? Aren't you going to say I'm going to hell or something?
I'm turning the other cheek, Willow.
Whatever.
While we're on the topic, would you mind terribly letting me read your story?
You want to read my work? Why? What's in it for you?
Well, never mind. But, since you did bring up the subject of hell...
Here we go.
I don't understand, Willow. You said you were an atheist. So why in the world would you say you're possessed by a demon?
Oh, it's not what you think.
Oh, the audio line there is wrong, because it was exorcised demons, because she's not possessed by a demon in this version, because the succubus isn't here, so they forgot to change that audio. They forgot to change the audio. But
It's
whatever. Role-playing game, yada yada.
You could pretend to be a witch if you'd like.
You know what? And maybe afterwards we can all go to Bible study together.
Over my dead body.
I'm clearly brave enough to open my mind. Why aren't you?
That's actually kind of a good question, but
Just shut up and roll the dice.
she doesn't have to go to Bible study if she doesn't want to. Just don't be judgmental about it, Willow.
One problem, Willow. Lydia hasn't made a character sheet yet.
What now?
It's like a little resume for your pretend you. If you were magical. You get it?
If I was magical?
If you're confused, we can try a questionnaire. Okay, first question.
Armor. In Ephesians
Right,
6,
this is all the
just
same.
okay.
Blah,
I'd
blah,
leave out
blah.
Avery,
as you said, there's nothing. Luke 6:29.
Yeah, quoting the Bible, yada yada.
What's the matter, Willow? Envy is one of the 7 deadly sins, you know.
Envy is actually apparently one of the 7 deadly sins.
Technically, Lydia, there are no right or wrong answers. Maybe that's it.
Did I miss?
actually, yes, you did.
It's my fault. I didn't explain it right. Lydia, if you'd like,
Character
you can play as-
sheets, blah blah
Zarsi,
blah.
the succubus.
Oh, one of them is Zarsi the succubus. I guess
Says
that's
here,
still the
the
same.
backstory is she was once a human nun before being seduced and turned by a beautiful demoness. Hold on. Your villain is a homosexual?
Well, technically, yes. But I didn't really intend for the message of the campaign to be that homosexuals are...
Monsters? Demonic? Sinners intent on destroying the moral fabric of our society?
Oh, Lydia. Lydia. Poor Lydia.
That's the language of your Christian club, right?
Yes, it sure is. But Willow,
Yeah, I thought so.
You didn't let her finish.
You think just because you believe in God, you have the right to tell everyone else what to do?
She didn't say that.
You don't. You've got no right. I'd rather be possessed by a real demon than bow down before a god who hates gays.
Oh, so that line's different. Because, Zarcy's not here.
No, you don't understand. Leave us the fuck alone.
Willow, Please don't play this game, Willow. That's all I'm going to say. See y'all in class tomorrow.
Willow, did you need to push her that hard? You catch more flies with honey than vinegar, you know?
I don't want any flies at our table, Avery. God, why do you think people like Lydia are so narrow-minded?
Well, I suppose there's two perspectives. She could just be ignorant and mean, or maybe she's got some issues herself.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, she has issues, alright, or no issues excuse her bigotry. Alright, I'm gonna have to save and then try them both. So, let's put a save here.
Lydia is just a total bitch on wheels. She acts all high and mighty just so she can feel superior. She doesn't care about anybody or anything but herself.
They both seem kind of similar, though.
If
The
you say
both
so.
dialogue options.
Let's just get back to the game.
Okay, so yeah.
You made both
isn't-
Zarcy and Valarie? Which is your favorite to play as?
So I guess she's not going after Lydia in this version, so we're not gonna romance her. or
Oh,
whatever.
I'm definitely more of a Valarie. Zarcy's the bad girl. I mean, I did put a bit of myself into her. Just like me, but if she always put herself first.
Oof, that's such an oof, and a relatable oof. I love creating characters that are actually not people pleasers and badasses, and stick up for themselves.
Then she wouldn't be anything like you.
Thanks, Willow. Can I take a look at what you came up with?
But always putting yourself first isn't great.
Sure, but it's nothing as fancy as Valarie or Zarcy.
Willow the Wicked Witch. I realized I had magic powers when I accidentally killed a man. Then a talking cat led me to a mentor who tried to help me use my powers, but I just kept fucking it all up and making other people's lives worse. So my mentor gave up on me. Now I don't know what to do.
That bad, huh?
It's kind of depressing,
It's not bad.
but it's
per
real.
se.
It's real life.
If that's the best you can say, then yeah, it is.
It's just, well, you named her after yourself. And this doesn't sound anything like the Willow that I know.
What do you mean?
You never just hang your head and give up if someone called you a failure. You've always been a fighter. From being a vegan to, well, everything. The Willow I know never stops fighting.
Whatever. But hey, your character is pretty different from you, right?
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement.
Did you write about her for the short story contest?
Oh, no.
Why not? What did you write?
Well,
You didn't write anything, did you?
Please don't be mad, Willow.
Why would I be mad? Was it because you
You
spent so much
sound
time
mad.
helping me? Was it because you were stressed out about losing your home? Tell me the truth.
You seemed kinda down, Willow. I thought you needed a win.
So to make sure you didn't beat me, you became the only one who didn't submit a story?
That's not true. Lydia told me she didn't submit one either.
Oof.
What? So I won by default?
Surely there's other people in the class besides Lydia and the two of us.
Oh yeah? Like who? Those people in the back who never speak up? It's like they might as well be invisible. I'm sure they didn't submit a
Jesus, Willow.
story.
Such an asshole.
Is that why the professor said it was no surprise?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't catch that. You're not angry at me, are you?
Winning that contest was the only good thing that happened to me in months, Avery. I just felt like, for a moment, life was starting to make some sense again. you know?
Willow, I'm so sorry that... I'm sorry I failed you. I'm sorry that...
Oh, stop. You're forgiven, okay?
Can't we just play the game and pretend this conversation never happened?
I mean, that's not really healthy. She bounced back pretty quick.
That's how I distract myself from my life. Playing the game.
Right now, I'd rather think about anything other than my own fucked up life.
I wish it was real sometimes, you know? Games are so much easier than real life.
And again, meta.
You can be brave or a coward, and there's no consequences either way. The stakes feel real, but they're not anything to cry over. And you can be whoever you want to be. At least for a little while.
Well, I'm sold. I wish it was real too. Hey! What's happening?
Oh, you just fucked it. You did the thing where you manifested. Jesus. And now the game's gonna be real, for Christ's sake.
Where the hell am I? How did I get here?
You're in my royal court. Though as to your second question, I'm as perplexed as you are.
A queen in a castle? Oh, fuck. I must be trapped inside Avery's game. And wishing I was back in the coffee shop doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Whoever you are, we don't allow commoners to freely roam about the castle.
Hey, I didn't come here on purpose.
Nevertheless, I'm afraid trespassing
Typical.
is a capital crime.
Fuck the monarchy.
A capital crime? As in, the death penalty? This is a joke, right?
Let me see if this clarifies things for you. Guards! Guards! Off with her head!
Wait just a minute! I've got to use my magic to get out of this. Maybe I can make myself invisible or something. Nothing's happening again. Figures. I just want to play a game, my powers activate, and when I want them to work, nothing. Please, lady. I mean, your highness.
Going to beg for your life? Save your breath. If you want to make proper use of your last words, use them to pray for mercy from whichever god or supernatural protector you cleave to.
Just my luck. An atheist with no god to pray to.
Yep.
Or do I? I think I've got an idea. This is a game, right? I just have to play by its rules. I call upon Valarie Proudwing, Queen of the Fairies, protector of the grass.
Of Gaia, my child.
Of the grass, Jesus.
Valarie! It's good to see you again.
Oh my god, she is so pretty.
My liege, Willow here is part of my entourage. She is called Willow the Wicked Witch.
You certainly have assembled a motley crew of misfits. I suppose in these desperate times allowances must be made. She is forgiven her trespasses, as long as the both of you take on an important quest.
Of course. Just let me confer with my associate first. Willow, I'm terribly sorry about all that. If that dreadful queen harmed one hair on your head...
Okay. I am gonna save here because I'm curious about, like, what happens if you pick the other dialogue option. With, talking about Lydia. So that's it, right?
She's definitely got issues.
I wouldn't want to speculate.
Too late for that. Come on, spit it out.
Well, I just thought maybe, you know, sometimes, not always, but sometimes.
Get to the point, Avery.
Well, sometimes people who have those feelings overcompensate a little.
You're not saying...
Notice how she zeroed in right on Zarcy being a lesbian?
Yeah.
That was the only thing she asked about the game. then she couldn't even bring herself to say she was against it.
She didn't?
No, she told you what the church's opinion is, not her own. It was
Yeah.
like she was walking on eggshells.
People who act nervous usually have something to hide.
Well, there's lots of reasons for being nervous.
Actually, now that I think about it, if you're right about all this, I kind of feel sorry for her.
What do you mean?
I mean, she was clearly raised in a conservative family. She had no idea what to do about her sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's never even met another gay person. Maybe just now she was trying to come out to us. That's why she asked about it.
And you were an asshole.
But you said the story wasn't anti-gay. If she wanted to say something, why didn't she?
Because you scared her away. You just wanted to tell her off, and...
Yeah, you're right.
Do you feel bad about what you said?
Kinda. But this is Lydia. Who cares, right?
But you do care about her, don't you, Willow?
Yeah, I think this is
I think we've both known that a long
gonna lead
time.
us to the same romance Lydia storyline. I can't remember if there are any other major choices after this. Like, if you get to the point where you kiss Lydia, like after that, I think it's pretty like much the same up until you choose to either like end the world or try and use your powers to not end the world. You know, and or reset the timeline.
Me?
We'll see.
Caring about Lydia. But we fight all the time.
Why else would you be casting?
Yeah,
spells
this is the
before
same
Snow White?
too.
So
Yeah.
she's
Blah
because
blah
Whatever,
blah.
Willow.
Opposites
Don't-
attract.
You want to go?
Yeah, to talk to her. And if I say no, then yeah, okay.
maybe.
Then do it, Willow.
But what if...
I mean, she already hates you, right? Can your relationship get any worse?
I think it can, yeah. But I guess that's just a risk I have to take.
Yeah, so this is all the same. Yeah, so I didn't need to do all that, but it's fine. So, I guess we don't need to make a save here. So I could go back to... So we essentially have two timelines now. We have, like, save the rainforest, or, like, we're stuck in the game. So I think I might do this one first.